more hype?
Well, the Joker trailer. This has been one of my most hyped for films this year. This trailer to me just kind of adds like
The hype?
validation to why I was hyped. Everything about it, I'm loving. Like,
I'll let you guys go off on it because
Yeah.
So I love the fact that it's not connected as of right now to anything DCEU, which gives me hope that it's a singular vision that they're not muddling with. Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker looks like it's probably going to be the best live action portrayal we've gotten yet. The way it's shot, the like prosthetics and like makeup and everything they're using on him, everything just looks like Warner Brothers doesn't care, which is why I'm hyped for it. It looks like they're just like, fine, make your stupid Joker movie, nobody cares. It's going to be this huge success. Now, on the other side of that, something about it feels slightly off, but I don't know what it is. So,
see, I completely agree with everything you just said. Like the trailer's fantastic. I said it on Twitter. Trailer's fantastic. I do not care.
Yeah.
It does nothing for me. Besides,
Yeah, the same with me. I mean, it's good. Joaquin is a great actor. I love watching the trailer. I've seen one of the best parts for me anyway was him dancing in his tighty whities, and it just seems really good. But at this point, like I'm really burnt out on Joker. Like they've been putting Joker in literally everything Batman related, and at this point, I just don't care anymore.
Sorry, you go ahead.
All right, I'm actually kind of like the opposite. I'm actually happy to see a different kind of Joker, and I'm looking at it though not as, hey, I'm getting another Joker movie. I feel like I'm getting a movie that actually shows what's going on with society and how we actually are the ones who fail the system. Because if you sit there and you watch that trailer, he is sitting there trying to take care of his mother. He's trying to get his own psychiatric help, but the system is failing him, and the people around him are what create him to be this psychopath. But it's also like a very Bates Motel that he is so like, I'm a mama's boy, that it creates this psychotic break inside of him. And that's what I really am actually enjoying, because it's not a crime lord. It's not everything we've seen before, because everything else, he is a psycho who's either wants to be a crime lord or wants to defeat the crime lords to be the head person. This just really looks like I'm a psychopathic guy who tried to be a clown, and
but
that's the only thing I know.
Everything went wrong. So I'm going to kind of pedal off what she said, but also what kind of Tristan said. I'm burnt out on Joker after all the Arkham games. Joker, Joker, Joker. Gotham, Joker. Here's Joker. Here's Joker. Like, they keep shoving them in everything. And that's the only thing that's kind of like burnt me out. But the talent behind this movie is what's given me hope, because I want to see how it ends up being. But then again, an aspect that I love about the Joker is the mystery behind the character. Like, I don't need his backstory or anything, you know. And this is kind of giving us that. And I'm hoping that this, like, shows us something really interesting, like this. Yeah, society failed him, because hey, society fails a lot of mentally broken people. Like, it definitely looks like a very grounded take on Joker for what that's worth, you know.
I think that's probably kind of one of my problems. Like, you know, I'm not a Joker fan by any means. I can't stand it. Like, even before this whole like,
or not Wahlberg.
I mean, it is interesting to see to see how the Joker is made by him, you know, getting constantly pressed and pressed until he finally cracks, and you get you get validation to, you know, it only takes one very bad day for someone to change.
I think also as well, like, it's I've seen this movie before, and I know how this movie is going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, because it's very similar to any other psychopathic break, and like I said, Bates Motel.
Yeah.
Like, that movie and everything, or Psycho, he's a guy who's been sitting here and constantly mama's boy, mama's boy, mama's boy.
And he's been, like, molded into this weird person. Because you can tell even before he becomes the Joker, you can tell he has a lot of issues. Like,
oh, yeah.
And it's weird, because I want, like, a Mark Hamill-style Joker on film. But it doesn't seem like we're going to get it ever. So it's like, well, this is some sort of attempt to give us a new version of Joker, and it's like, I'm interested also, like, by all the different iterations of him, because he looks like he's going to have quite a few different looks and everything, you know?
Like, it looks like when he finally has his psychotic break, that's when he dyes his hair. Like, he was trying to do the normal clown and trying to get gigs as a clown. And his mom said, you're always funny, you should totally do this. And he tries to do stand-up, which is something Gotham did. Like, I think we're going to get a little meld of every aspect of Joker besides the crime lord.
Yeah, because from what you said and from what I've seen, it's like they're trying to mold all of his origins. Because in the comics, even the Joker didn't know what his true origin was at one point.
That's another thing. Like, he shouldn't have an origin.
Yep.
Like he's part of the character. Like, is that you don't know, and that's why he works. So it kind of feels wrong in that sense. But like, you know, it does look fantastic. Like the whole juxtaposition between like him as Arthur Fleck and how he like just shuffles, and then you've got the Joker and he's dancing about. Like it looks fantastic.
Well, also, like, don't forget, like, you know, Thomas Wayne is in this movie. Young Bruce is in it, and rumors months ago that leaked were apparently going to reveal that Thomas is actually his dad. So him and Bruce are technically half brothers. And if that happens, it's going to be real weird. Like, that's the only part I don't want to happen.
Like, even for an Elseworld, no.
I don't like that aspect.
Like, if you're going to do an Elseworld bit, make this the Flashpoint Joker.
Right, yep.
And have him end up being Joe Chill and he kills, like, Bruce, and then, like, Martha Wayne becomes the Joker or something. Like, do that.
Right.
Well, because also, if you look at it in the trailer, like, he causes an uprising. So he is trying to speak for something else as well. So I feel like we're not getting the Joker. We're getting somebody who thinks that he's an advocate for the wronging that's happened to him as well as to other mental patients.
I feel like they're definitely going a more social justice approach, if that makes sense. But by the end of this movie, I feel he becomes the crime prince of Gotham, you know? Like, they'll probably even, like, there'll be a newspaper that calls him that or something, you know? It's like, I get where they're going with it, and that's what excites me about it, but I feel like, as hyped as I am for this movie, I feel like I know what the entire movie is, and that kind of takes me, like, looking at some of the other superhero movies, like Endgame, for example, or even, like, New Mutants, or whatever else is around the horizon, there's a lot of unsure. In this movie, I'm like, I feel like I know everything that's going to happen, so it kind of pulls me a little bit back away from it.
Also, like, I think my thing is, if you just changed the name and it wasn't attached to DC or anything like that, I'd love to look at this.
Yeah.
And I'd actually be excited about it. But I think the fact that, I don't know, it's not just because it is attached to DC and it is Joker, but, you know, just I don't know, if you just wasn't that, I'd probably be more, like, actually care about it. But
there's one thing I'm kind of hoping that they also do. I told Armin this, that when you sit there and you look at who his psychiatrist is, there's a potential that they could actually make Harley Quinn in this as well, because it looks like he goes on a date. And then he also, there's his therapist, which looks like it's his beginning stages of the therapist, like, talking to him. And
they could be playing around with a lot of stuff.
Isn't that Zazie Beetz?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I could see her as Harley Quinn.
For people wondering, she was in Deadpool and Deadpool 2 as Domino, so...
Yep.
I would love that.
Yeah, she's good. That would be interesting. Obviously, we're probably going to find out more at around San Diego Comic-Con, I would assume, because I don't think we're getting much till that time, but...
They'll probably drop more.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it when the time comes, but for right now...
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm real excited, but I feel like I know the movie.
It's clear Oscar bait.
Well, yeah. It definitely has that feeling on it.
Yeah. Especially with the October release date. It's like, yeah, you're going for it.
Yeah.
I hope Phoenix gets it, because it'd be great if he did. But, like, yeah, you're going for it.
True.